What's going on, guys? It's Greg here, aka NYPrepper. It is Monday, October 7th, 2024, and I have an emergency alert to share with you guys. Right now, it is 17:34 Eastern Time here in the United States, and we currently have U.S. nuclear forces on high alert in anticipation for this massive Israeli strike on Iran. There's growing indications that Israel will go after the Iranian nuclear facilities and possibly the leadership of Iran. What you're looking at here is a live flight tracker, and what you can see here is a U.S. presidential doomsday plane that just took off from D.C. and is now heading towards Offutt Air Base in Omaha, Nebraska. Offutt Air Base is home of U.S. Strategic Command, or STRATCOM. So likely Biden is on this plane, or Lloyd Austin, and they're going to the underground bunker in Offutt Air Base, and they're going to be commanding the whole situation in Iran from Offutt Air Base. So this does mean that this Israeli attack is imminent. Could be tonight, could be tomorrow, but this doomsday plane is a clear sign that something is about to go down. We also had several nuclear bombers airborne over the United States. Here we have a B-52 looping over the northern Black Hills in South Dakota. We also have a nuke sniffer plane up in the air over Iowa. These planes can detect traces of radiation in the atmosphere. And here you can see all these nuclear bombers that were airborne earlier this afternoon. We also had a nuclear war command and control plane in the Gulf of Mexico, and there was also an E-3 AWACS plane off the coast of Virginia patrolling the mouth of the Chesapeake. So our force posture is very strong right now, and a U.S. official said that the attack on Iran may begin as soon as tonight. A senior American official told CNN and Ynet News that Israel is determined to attack the Iranian nuclear facilities. It is possible that Israel will act to destroy them within a few days. And an urgent meeting was called between Putin and the Iranian president for Friday in Turkmenistan. This was confirmed by the Kremlin today. So Putin is going to be meeting with the Iranian president on Friday, and Russia has put their Yars nuclear weapons on combat duty in Novosibirsk. Here we have a video that was posted by the Russian military showing one of these Yars ICBMs being deployed to the countryside. So this is basically a giant truck with a missile. This missile can hit anywhere in the world, and it has several warheads in the tip of the missile. And these trucks are kept in these fortified garages. And if there's any kind of escalation, what they do is they disperse these trucks to the countryside. Okay, so what they're doing here is not an exercise. This is actually combat dispersal. So what they do is they move these trucks out to the countryside. So this way, if things escalate, the United States is not going to be able to destroy them while they're sitting in their garages, because we know where the garages are. But once they leave those garages, they can go anywhere. They can park in the middle of nowhere in a heavily forested area, and we won't be able to know where they are until they launch. But this is very concerning. And this update was sponsored by Patriot Supply. Guys, Patriot Supply is doing a discount on their 1-month emergency food supply. And to get the deal, you got to go to preparewithnyprepper.com, and the link is in the description below this video. This is a 1-month freeze-dried food supply. It has a 25-year shelf life. Normal price is $237. They've dropped it down to $177. And it's all packed within 2 rugged, water-resistant buckets. Free shipping is included. $177 for 1 month of food. Where are you going to find a deal like that? So use the link preparewithnyprepper.com to get $60 off the My Patriot Supply 1 month emergency food supply. That's $180 for 1 month of food, free shipping included. The link is in the description below this video. It means that Russia is preparing for a possible escalation because of Iran, and this urgent meeting being called by Putin to meet with the president of Iran in Turkmenistan on Friday is also very, very concerning. And Iran once again warned the Arab countries that if they aid Israel, they will face severe consequences. And United States CENTCOM Commander General Michael Kurilla held an assessment with IDF Chief of Staff Lieutenant General Herzi Halevi yesterday, according to the Israeli military. Okay, so the CENTCOM commander was in Israel yesterday. He probably left already, and so they exchanged information, whatever they had to discuss, targets they're going to hit, whatever, contingencies. And probably the CENTCOM commander is already on his way back here to the U.S., or he may already be back in Ramstein or somewhere. And the general's visit dealt with the security issues at hand with an emphasis on Iran and the Northern Front, according to the IDF. And Benjamin Netanyahu, the Prime Minister of Israel, has convened an urgent meeting today with several of his ministers as well as senior military and defense officials. Okay, so Netanyahu already convened this emergency meeting with all his ministers and senior military and defense officials. Okay, so it's imminent, guys. It's imminent. Could be tonight, could be tomorrow. I don't think it's going to be a whole lot longer before we see this happen, and it does look like they're going for the nuclear sites, possibly the leadership as well. And a ballistic missile was fired from Lebanon towards Tel Aviv just about an hour ago. Several interceptions were seen over the Tel Aviv metropolitan area following the launch of long-range rockets or missiles at central Israel. Wow. And Iranian Telegram channels are now claiming that the 4.6 magnitude earthquake in Iran on Saturday was actually a nuclear weapons test, just like I reported, guys. Okay, I do believe that that 4.5 earthquake on Saturday evening in Iran was actually a nuclear weapons test. A lot of seismologists said that it lacked a compression wave, which is what you have when there's a natural earthquake. There were also zero aftershocks, okay? Strong earthquakes like a 4.5 will usually have several smaller aftershocks, like several 2.0s, 2.5s within a few hours after, but there were zero aftershocks, okay? So this could definitely provoke Israel into taking out the nuclear facilities. And the Israeli defense minister said in an interview with CNN that Israel has not ruled out the possibility of striking Iranian nuclear facilities. And the British cabinet minister said he does not rule out the possibility of the UK helping Israel to attack Iran. This was reported by the UK Guardian. And the Israeli Defense Force has announced that the entire northwest area of the border with Lebanon is now considered a closed military zone, with access being totally prohibited. Okay, so Israel closing down another area of the border with Lebanon. They already closed down parts of northeastern Israel. Now they're closing down northwestern Israel. And the Israeli military issued warnings for people in southern Lebanon that the Israeli Navy is about to launch major operations on and off the coast of Lebanon. They are telling civilians to stay far away from the beaches. Okay, so it looks like Israel's going to do the same thing that they did in Gaza. They're going to bombard targets from the ocean, and then they're going to move their tanks along the coast and work their way inland from the coast. And the commander of the Iranian Revolutionary Guards said, "We assure the Iranian people that we are fully prepared to respond to Israel and defend the country." And the Russian police withdrew from the observation point located on top of the military hill at Al-Hara, north of the Daraa governorate, adjacent to Quneitra government, which is only a few kilometers away from the Israeli fence with the Golan Heights. So very interesting. Russian police withdrawing from the Israeli border, which definitely means that something's about to go down. And the Polish foreign minister personally warned Polish citizens on Twitter to leave Iran immediately. And this comes just a little while after the Polish Foreign Ministry warned Polish people to leave Iran immediately. And the U.S. spent a record $18 billion on military aid to Israel since October 7 of last year. And the Israeli army said it hit Hezbollah's intelligence headquarters in Beirut, as well as weapons depots near the Lebanese capital. And the IDF says Israeli Air Force planes attacked more than 120 Hezbollah targets in southern Lebanon in recent hours. And Israeli aircraft carried out an attack near the Beirut International Airport earlier today. And the Houthis said that they fired more than 1,000 missiles and drones at Israeli targets over the last year, including ships linked to Israel, the United States, and Britain. The Yemenis say they have attacked 193 ships in total. Wow. And officials from the FBI and DHS have issued a public service announcement warning of potential terror threats in the U.S. around the one-year anniversary of the October 7 Hamas attacks on Israel, which, by the way, if you don't know, today is the one-year anniversary. And 3 Russian Kinzhal hypersonic missiles were launched at the Staro Kostiantynivka airfield located in Ukraine, likely targeting F-16s that may have been kept there. And Ukrainian hackers have attacked the all-Russian state television and radio broadcasting company and blocked the online broadcasting of more than 20 propaganda TV stations, including Rossiya 1, Rossiya 24, and this is being reported by Interfax. And the Slovakian Prime Minister Robert Fico said, "As long as I am Prime Minister, I will not agree to Ukraine's membership in NATO." So, want to just show you guys some more flight paths. So this is right now, you can see in the Mediterranean, we have an AWACS plane off the coast of Crete. We also had some aerial refueler activity, possibly another recon plane here off of Crete. We also had a U.S. reconnaissance drone off the coast of Israel. And we also have this Italian Air Force plane leaving Beirut, likely evacuating people. And we had a lot of activity in Poland and the Baltics last night. We had another high-priority reconnaissance plane patrolling the coast of Kaliningrad, which is a Russian province. And in addition to that, we continue to see the Italian reconnaissance plane flying in Lithuania along the border with Belarus. There was also a Russian Air Force plane that left Kaliningrad and went back to mainland Russia. And then we also had a French aerial refueler in Poland, and then a Swedish reconnaissance plane patrolling the Gotland Islands. So lots of reconnaissance going on. So this one reconnaissance plane that was flying off the coast of Kaliningrad is a combat scent plane, and the U.S. only has 2 of those, and they're used to give information directly to the president. So if one of these is flying somewhere, it means something serious is happening or about to happen. And we've been seeing this plane fly a lot in this area, so it's very possible that Russia may attack the Baltics or Poland along with Belarus. Belarus put their military on high alert 2 weeks ago, okay? Maybe the reason why Putin is meeting with the Iranian president is they're going to time some kind of attack so it happens all at the same time. Maybe Russia and Belarus and Iran are all going to attack at the same time. And then we also had this aerial refueler that landed in Britain, and this one is affiliated with Strategic Assets. Usually these planes are used to refuel bombers and fighter jets involved in strategic missions, so this could be a sign that the U.S. is about to strike Iran with Israel. Want to show you guys the latest forecast for Hurricane Milton. It looks like it reached top wind speeds of 180 miles per hour off the coast of the Yucatan Peninsula just a few hours ago. Right now it has maximum sustained winds of 175 miles per hour, guys. That is freaking scary. Okay, it is absolutely devastating the coast of the Yucatan Peninsula, and it's going to make a direct hit on Tampa Bay. Looks like there's going to be a landfall somewhere in the Tampa Bay area as a major hurricane. Right now it's looking like a Category 4 with 145 miles per hour sustained winds. Remember, those are the sustained winds, so the gusts could be 180, even 200. Okay, and that's going to slam right into the Tampa Bay area. It's going to be absolutely devastating. The wind is going to be the biggest issue with this, and the storm surge. The flooding is not going to be super bad from the rainfall, but the storm surge flooding is going to be bad. Here you can see right now the National Hurricane Center has a 10 to 15 foot storm surge forecast for the entire Tampa Bay area. Okay, I think it's going to be even more than that. I think it could push up to 20 feet. Here's the latest rainfall forecast. You can see not a whole lot of rain, just a couple of inches of rain, but it's going to be those 150 plus mile per hour winds and the storm surge 15 to 20 feet that are going to do most of the damage with this one. And here's the latest satellite imagery of Milton. You can see a well-defined eye wall. Absolutely insane. I think it reached a minimum central pressure of 905 millibars this afternoon, so I think it reached its peak strength. They're forecasting it to slowly weaken by the time it reaches Florida, but it's still going to be a major hurricane. I'm going to continue to monitor this hurricane and also the situation with Israel, and I do have my 24/7 stream operational right now, and if anything happens, I will jump on and update you guys live. Make sure you follow me on Telegram and Twitter. I post all of my updates over there. So until the next time, take care, God bless, and don't forget the 3 Ps: prepare, practice, and persevere.